Hi everyone, and welcome to Kinship. Today we're looking at Revit warnings. The most common of these is the very annoying constraints are not satisfied error. This can flag up in pretty much any family. We'll show how to identify the geometry that's been affected and how to overcome the issue with constraints. We had this issue flag up when making a sanitary pipe fitting for manufacturer PSA. The fitting was working fine until we go to change the nominal diameters to a very specific set, which was 6 inches as the main and 3 inches as the branch. It then comes up with the dreaded constraints are not satisfied. The first thing we do is expand the tree. At this point, we're not looking for the actual lines, we're just looking to see which geometry it is that's breaking. We can see here there's a sweep 23482. And then we can see there's a common theme of sweep 27882. Now if you go to the Manage tab and then click on the Select by ID button, we can then type this number in and it will highlight the geometry in question. Now what we basically want to do is be inside this geometry and make it break to see what's happening inside, because it's got something to do with this geometry, right, and the line work inside. So we edit the sketch path. We're just checking to see if there's any small lines anywhere that we can't see, but there's nothing else, so it's just the curve and the line for the branch. So we're changing the nominal diameters, they're breaking. We're checking just to see what it says, nothing really helpful. And then we delete the elements, and now we can see what it's deleted. It's deleted the actual dimension, center radius, label 1. Now we're going to go just quickly check into that another geometry, which was the 23482, and we're going to delete the branch line and then see if it still breaks. What we're doing here is deleting all the other geometry, so it's just that one in question. When we change the nominal diameters, it didn't flag up with an error. So now we know that the issue is the branch line is being it's too small. 9 times out of 10, when there is an error with Revit, it will be because there's a line too small. Whether it's because of a masking region or in a geometry, but that's normally the reason. In this instance, the center radius label was too large, and as it grew, the actual branch line was becoming smaller and smaller to the point where it was too small for Revit to handle. Now that we reduce the center radius value and then feed it back in, we can see it's not breaking anymore. We then load this edited family back into our test project and see how it works. And as you can see, everything's now looking good.